The lights and the gifts, the family, and all of the events. It can be such a fun time, but also such a stressful time. I'm talking about the holiday season. And today we're here with Kirk and Kim Duncan from Key Elements to help us figure it out and navigate. It's just hard.
This is a tough time of year because there's a lot of deadlines, right? And there's a lot of family parties, a lot of things because everybody's trying to get everything done. And then what happens?
And we have
the
a time
stress level
limit.
goes up.
So here's a question. If I feel stressed, if I'm not enjoying the holiday season, is that a reflection of my environment or is it a reflection of me? Is it my fault?
Ooh, that's a really good question because time management influences things, right? And then how many times we say yes to things, like how many things we're doing.
So maybe a combination.
Yeah.
Maybe it's partially your responsibility, but the environment can impact it.
Yes, absolutely. The environment impacts it, but then we have responsibility to decide, are we going to say yes to everything, or are we going to just, like, say no to a few things?
But here's how you catch it, though. This is how you catch it, is you find out if you're stressed or overwhelmed by how you talk to people.
Yes.
So in your conversation, when you start to be short, or your sentences are not complete, and especially when the other person can't understand you.
That's so fascinating. I've never thought of it.
Yes, the beginning of stress.
It's so true.
Or you start not making sense, and then it causes poor communication. Yes. Which then that
you're
escalates.
Arguing with a like other, or like Yes, I totally.
So as soon as miscommunication starts to happen, take it on for yourself to go, I got to do something about this.
There's an issue here.
Yes, I got to do something.
So that's step one with dealing, is just recognizing that there's an issue.
Yeah.
And then what you do, once you start to recognize that there's some of this miscommunication going on, what you got to do is take a moment and you got to change up your atmosphere, meaning go outside, even though it's cold, get your boots on, get your jacket on, go outside and literally chill for a moment.
I feel like that might make me more angry. I don't like the cold.
Well, okay, well, go get your car and go for a little drive.
Sit in the sauna?
Yes.
Go sit in the sauna.
Can I go to St. George?
Get away from the moment. You got to be able to change that up, you need to just get away from the moment because you're wound up tight.
So get outside, is what you're saying.
Go somewhere else.
Even if it's just for a few seconds, just to get a breath of fresh air.
Just to change.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Like, relaxation is so important, and yet so many of us say we're so busy, like we want to relax, and yet we just don't make that time for ourselves.
Yeah, when you see the miscommunication start to happen, jump on that relaxation step immediately, or you're going to start causing more and more problems than the next one.
Sometimes, though, with relaxation, sometimes we think that it has to take a long time.
Yes.
When in reality, you could just walk out the front door and take 5 seconds to get a breath of fresh air.
Is that really all it takes? It's just a minute to catch your breath.
A disconnect, so you can reconnect to self and then go back and reconnect to people.
I'm glad you point that out, because you're right. A lot of us think, oh, I don't have time for a vacation.
Right.
But it's not necessarily.
Just walk out your front door.
Right. Okay, so you can relax. You can also meditate.
Yes.
And let's talk about that. That's a buzzword lately.
Yes. I want to share that one because even like on the way this morning coming here, I was having all these things I was trying to take care of, and I felt myself breathing shorter. And when you don't breathe and you start to have shallow breathing, you don't think correctly because your oxygen doesn't go to your brain. So I had to consciously take a few seconds and just calm myself down, take some deep breaths.
I'm breathing right now. I'm like, wait, what are my breaths doing?
Exactly.
When you think about 3 or 4 things at a time, you can manage that. But when it gets to be 7 to 10 to 20, then your brain overloads. And the only way you can really get a management of that is to start managing your breathing.
That felt so good.
Yes,
like I just took a really deep breath in, and it sounds dumb, but it's like I haven't been.
Sounds so simple, right?
It's so simple. And it's like I haven't been breathing the right way or something. I don't know.
That brings oxygen to your brain, and then it allows you to actually think better and more clearly, and actually expands the capacity in your mind to be able to manage everything you have going on.
And it calms you down.
Okay, so we can relax, we can breathe deeply, which is part of meditation.
The next one is, if you're stressed and you got all these things going on, instead of unloading on people, go get a pad of paper and unload on paper.
Genius.
So you write down all your frustrations, your worries, your concerns, and so the rule is, in our marriages, you unload on paper, not people.
Right.
And then after you write down all your frustrations, tear the page off, tear it up into pieces, so nobody can ever read.
Wait, that was my to-do list, though.
No, this is your frustration.
This is your frustration. Yes, there's a difference.
Yes,
not your to-do list.
Okay.
This is frustrations.
Frustrations that you're upset with.
If you don't unload frustrations on paper, you're going to end up unloading it on somebody else.
And you're going like this.
And you crunch it up, and then you get rid of it.
I'm done.
Nobody sees it.
I'm going to have good vibes. I'm letting it go. I'm rejuvenated. I love it. Okay. Well, after we get through the holidays in the new year, it's going to be an awesome new year because Kirk is going to teach us how to master
Yes.
our influence. He has a huge conference coming up, and there's a GTU special, $47 for a $227 value, killer deal.
Yes.
And it's training. It helps you with steps of how to manage your life and manage your relationships so you can do better.
I love
It's
it.
Training.
I love it. February 7th through the 9th, you can register at 3keyelements.com/GTU. And of course, we'll link you to all the information. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I feel better already. Should we just breathe deeply for a minute?
Easy steps.
Kumbaya. Okay.